when you're at sea level.
Oh, the same way you plan against any punter or kicker that kicks it farther than usual. Back up a little bit.
That works.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, let's go to Jeff Hawkins.
Hey, good morning, Coach. Can you hear me?
Sure. Gotcha, Jeff.
Hey, great. I just want to comment on Lonnie's play. His the down that he made going over the back in the last game was real athletic play. I mean, what's he been contributing on an everyday basis?
Lonnie's done an excellent job as a punt coverage player since he's been here and in his history. Saints and the Texans and the Chiefs, I believe. That was a especially fancy one, but he made a really nice play the week before on a tackle on his sideline against Atlanta on a punt to his side that we really needed him to make. So he's been good in the plus territory and also on the long field punts. Really excited to have him here. He's also contributing in the other phases and starting to play a little bit on defense as well, as you've seen.
Yeah, I just got a quick follow-up. This is just something that I've noticed. I don't know about everyone else, but what happened to the golden rule of downing a punt, of never downing a punt inside the 10-yard line? I've seemed to notice a lot more punt returners catching the ball on the 5 or 7 yard line. Is that, did I miss the email regarding that rule, or is that something that's just evolving?
I'm going to say other people have other golden rules ahead of that particular one. However, yeah, there have been some recent successes on punt returns from close to the end zone. I don't think any change has happened really, unless you go way back. And the punters are better at pinning the ball deep. So we have had some thoughts about, okay, is the 10-yard line right? Is it the 8-yard line? Do you have to adjust it because once everybody went to a rugby-style punt, less of those have skipped into the end zone. So depending on the surface, the punter's history, etc., you can make some different calls on that, but you still generally not profitable returning a ball from inside the 5-yard line.
All right, let's go to Alex, followed by Joe.
Hey Tracy, what's up, man?
Hey, Alex.
Hey, so this is looking forward way ahead, but are you preparing for Germany at this point?
In what way? I'm going to make you ask better than that. What do you got?
Yeah.
How so?
So for instance, I'm curious to know how the special teams group, the specialists, prepare for a a trip that you're crossing a body of water. There's a big time change. I'm sure logistics are weird. Just any insight as to how y'all are preparing, and if y'all guys are preparing at this point, if you need a couple, or if that's not really in your view.
No, I'm in. I played in Germany before, a couple years ago with the Seahawks, 2 games in Mexico City, a couple in London. So all those trips are always kind of things that you look forward to. As far as that, I think it's kind of like taking your kids on a overseas vacation. You sort of just kind of like get ready for anything, pack too much, and see what happens when you get there. I have some things I know about that particular stadium that I'll give to you on a side meeting. But besides that, it's get ready to go and decide that it's going to be great before you get there. Because if you're looking for annoyances, you'll certainly find them.
Deciding to be great. What does that mean?
Like, hey, this weekend's going to be sweet. I don't care what happens, kind of thing. You just pre-call your attitude and go with it.
Cool. And then something more immediate as opposed to 3 weeks away.
Sure.
David Moore is a punt returner. What have you seen from him? Obviously, he's like a steady-handed dude. Are you happy with how he's performed so far?
Yeah, you see him every day. He's an outstanding catcher, really reliable person. So in those kind of situations, high leverage situations, it's nice to have a guy you can go to and say, okay, David, let's go get the ball for us, kind of thing. Maybe when we're not emphasizing necessarily a return or different situations, it's great to have two guys on the team that can field a punt with some others coming back from injury also.
Yeah. What are his? And the last one, promise.
Go ahead.
What are his like? How do you compare and contrast him and Raheem? Because if I'm pretty sure Raheem started the year catching punts. So what are the comparison and contrasts to him?
I don't compare them, Bruce. Shout out. But What I doesn't love that. What I will say is that David is a steady-handed catcher. Love to have him out there in any situation. Raheem is also a good developing punt catcher, and love to see him with the ball in his hands whenever we can do that as a powerful runner.
Got it. Thanks, Tracy.
Sure. Darren, it better be good. I see you waiting.
Yeah. I was just curious.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah.
Sorry to jump in line.
Sorry.
Sorry, John, your face isn't on there. Couldn't tell.
Tracy, good morning.
Good morning.
Punt return, kick return this week. Who else are you looking at with Raheem? I guess questionable.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Raheem's still our lead guy. And then everybody else who has been practicing and been out there before. So X still goes on the kickoffs. Been practicing with a few other guys, mostly running backs. And then punt return, Raheem and David have been the primary catchers so far. And then other guys you may or may not have seen in pregame warm-up.
And then last week, late in the fourth, some point in the fourth quarter after y'all scored, I wondered if there was any thought to an onside kick just for kind of getting a look at it in a game situation.
Yeah, I got that. You can check it, but I had it like fourth quarter, 13:33 left, somewhere in that ballpark. I thought it was early to go onside, but a time you could take a chance. There's a very low recovery rate right now on those onside kicks, so you're also taking a chance of giving them the ball at the 40-yard line. I didn't think we were interested in that quite at that point. I wasn't feeling the desperation of had to have the ball back right there without playing defense.
Yeah, I was really asking more along the lines, is there a benefit, to taking a look at it in a game situation, not so much out of desperation, or is that something where you'd rather just keep under your hat?
Okay, yeah, let's say you happen to own the magic bullet. I think you'd save that for the exact right time, and then otherwise you're just perhaps to set up something in the future, something like that. But I'm not trying to use the end of the games as practice.
Thank you. Go ahead, Darren.
Sure.
Yeah, you were talking about international games. Are you an international traveler in a non-football context?
Thank you for asking. I've been to some certain beaches and certain islands, that kind of thing. I'm more of a relaxation traveler. On my own personal time, I do all my museum learning type stuff on the internet. But if it's this off season, let's go to a beach, and then we're always hunting for somewhere warm in February. So sometimes I'd send you outside of the country.
What's your favorite international destination that you've been to or hope to go to?
Oh, that's anywhere where my family is. I don't have one, and I haven't gone anywhere twice, so just keep it moving. There's a lot of places out there to discover.
That covers me.
Okay, thanks for coming.
Thanks, Coach.